You probably think you know everything there is to know about eating eggs. Right. They're such a simple, common food. A breakfast staple for many of us for decades. We grew up with them. We know how to fry them, scramble them, boil them. They seem so straightforward. So safe. But what if I told you that some of the ways we've been eating eggs our whole lives, or even just certain habits we've picked up over the years, could actually be silently working against our health, especially as we get older? It's a bit of a painful reality to consider that something so familiar might have a hidden downside. We rely on simple, nourishing foods, and eggs definitely fit that description on the surface. Yet, there are indeed some common ways we prepare, combine, or consume eggs daily that can inadvertently create problems down the line, impacting everything from our heart health to how our bodies manage inflammation or even absorb vital nutrients. It's not about eliminating eggs altogether. They can be a fantastic source of protein and vitamins. It's about being smart about how we include them in our daily routine as we navigate the wonderful journey of getting older. In this video, we're going to look at 5 specific, potentially dangerous ways seniors must avoid eating eggs every day. We'll uncover these simple but crucial mistakes and talk about easy ways to fix them, so you can keep enjoying your eggs in the healthiest possible way. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because there's something that might truly surprise you about this everyday food. Let's start with the first way many of us might be eating eggs that isn't doing us any favors, especially daily consistently eating them fried in unhealthy oils. Now, I know what you're thinking. A fried egg is a classic, a comfort food. And there's nothing inherently wrong with frying an egg once in a while as a treat. The danger creeps in when this becomes your default. Daily preparation method. Particularly if you're using certain types of oils or too much oil. You see, as we get older, our bodies can become more sensitive to inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to so many age-related health issues, from heart disease and joint pain to cognitive decline. When you fry foods, especially at high temperatures, the oils you use can break down and produce compounds that contribute to inflammation in the body. Oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, like corn, soybean, or sunflower oil, when heated repeatedly or to high temperatures, can exacerbate this inflammatory response, particularly if your diet isn't balanced with enough anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Even healthier oils, like olive oil, while better for lower heat cooking, can become less stable and potentially harmful when heated to the high temperatures often used for frying. Plus, frying adds extra fat and calories, which can be a concern if managing weight or cholesterol is part of your health focus. It's not just about the calories, it's about the type of fat and the process of frying. Repeatedly consuming foods prepared this way adds a daily burden on your system. Think about it. Starting your day every day with something that potentially stokes the fires of inflammation isn't the best strategy for long-term health and vitality as a senior. Your arteries, your joints, your brain, they all feel the cumulative effect. So, what's the simple fix? It's about choosing gentler cooking methods or smarter oil choices if you do fry occasionally. Boiling, poaching, or scrambling eggs with just a tiny bit of healthy fat are much better daily options. A simple boiled egg is pure goodness. All the protein and nutrients without added fats or potential inflammatory compounds from high heat cooking. Poaching is similar, using just water if you must scramble. Use a non-stick pan with a tiny dab of butter or a healthier oil like avocado oil, which has a higher smoke point, or even just a splash of milk or water to create steam. If you absolutely love the flavor of a fried egg, try using a minimal amount of extra virgin olive oil over a lower heat, being careful not to let it smoke, or opt for healthier fats like avocado oil for occasional frying. But making boiled or poached eggs your daily go-to is a simple switch that can significantly reduce your daily intake of potentially inflammatory compounds and excess unhealthy fats derived from the frying process itself. It's a small change in preparation that can have a ripple effect on your overall health over time, helping to keep inflammation in check and supporting better cardiovascular health. Imagine the difference between starting each day with an inflammatory load versus starting with pure, easily digestible protein and healthy fats from a gently cooked egg. It's a foundational habit that sets the tone for the rest of your day and contributes positively to your long-term well-being. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making informed choices that honor your body's changing needs as you age. Moving on from the cooking method, let's talk about another way we might be eating eggs that poses a risk many seniors overlook, one that can have more immediate and serious consequences. Now, stepping away from how we apply heat, let's consider the state of the egg itself. The second dangerous way seniors must avoid eating eggs daily is consuming them raw or significantly undercooked, while the thought of a runny yolk or certain traditional preparations might be appealing. For older adults, this carries a higher risk due to potential bacterial contamination, specifically Salmonella. Our immune systems naturally become a little less robust as we age. This means that while a younger person might be able to fight off a bacterial invader without too much trouble, a senior's body might struggle more, leading to a more severe illness. Salmonella infection can cause fever, abdominal cramps, and diarrhea. But in older adults, it can lead to much more serious complications, including severe dehydration, bloodstream infections, and even be life-threatening. This risk applies to anything made with raw or lightly cooked eggs, like homemade mayonnaise, certain salad dressings, hollandaise sauce, or even that cookie dough you might be tempted to sample. Even leaving eggs out at room temperature for too long before cooking can increase the risk of bacterial growth. It's a silent threat because the egg itself might look and smell perfectly fine. You wouldn't know it was contaminated until you start feeling unwell, and by then, the damage is already being done. So, the practical advice here is straightforward: always cook your eggs thoroughly. This means until the yolks and whites are firm, not runny. For scrambled eggs, make sure there's no liquid visible. For fried eggs, cook them on both sides or until the yolk is set. For boiled eggs, ensure they are hard-boiled. This heat is what kills the harmful bacteria. It's a simple food safety principle, but one that becomes increasingly vital as we age. It's a small habit, just cooking your eggs all the way through. That provides a huge layer of protection for your health. Think of it as a simple act of self-care. You're not missing out on nutrients by cooking them properly. You're simply ensuring they are safe to eat. And while we're on the topic of what goes with our eggs, let's move on to the third potentially dangerous habit: regularly pairing eggs with processed meats and refined carbohydrates for a daily breakfast. Picture the classic breakfast plate: fried eggs, bacon or sausage, white toast, and maybe some sugary jam. Individually, some of these items might be okay occasionally, but when this combination becomes a daily ritual, it creates a perfect storm for health problems in older adults. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham are often high in sodium, saturated fat, and nitrates. High sodium intake can contribute to elevated blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Saturated fat can negatively impact cholesterol levels. Nitrates, used as preservatives, have been linked to increased risk of certain cancers and other health issues. Adding refined carbohydrates like white bread, pastries, or sugary cereals to this mix means you're consuming foods that are quickly converted to sugar in the body, leading to blood sugar spikes and crashes. This isn't just about feeling tired or hungry soon after eating. Chronic spikes can contribute to insulin resistance and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, which is a growing concern as we age. Moreover, these pairings are often low in fiber and essential micronutrients. Despite the eggs providing some protein, a breakfast like this daily means you're potentially missing out on the wealth of vitamins, minerals, and fiber found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains that are crucial for healthy aging, digestion, and overall vitality. It's a triple whammy of high sodium, unhealthy fats, and refined sugars, lacking the protective nutrients that your body needs most. What should you do instead? Focus on pairing your healthily prepared eggs with nutrient-dense foods. Swap processed meats for leaner protein sources like smoked salmon. Or simply enjoy the eggs on their own or with vegetables, instead of white toast. Opt for whole grain bread, which provides fiber for better digestion and blood sugar control. Add a side of fresh fruit for vitamins and antioxidants, or some sautéed spinach or mushrooms for extra nutrients. An avocado slice adds healthy monounsaturated fats and fiber, keeping you fuller longer and supporting heart health. Making these swaps means your daily egg is part of a balanced, nutrient-rich meal that supports your health goals, rather than hindering them. It's about building a breakfast plate that works for your aging body, providing sustained energy, essential nutrients, and supporting healthy blood pressure and blood sugar levels. It's a conscious choice to move away from a potentially harmful daily habit towards one that truly nourishes you. Now that we've discussed the preparation methods and the classic but often unhealthy pairings, let's turn our attention to something else that's crucial when it comes to egg safety and health for seniors. How the eggs themselves are handled before they even reach your plate. Moving on to the fourth dangerous way seniors might be risking their health with eggs. Daily eating eggs that aren't fresh, haven't been stored properly, or that you might have cross-contaminated during preparation. This ties back to the risk of bacterial contamination. But it's about the handling before cooking. Just like raw eggs, eggs that are past their prime or haven't been kept at the correct temperature are breeding grounds for bacteria like Salmonella. Our fridges are our friends here. Eggs should always be stored in the main body of the refrigerator, not in the door, where temperatures can fluctuate more easily. The carton they come in is actually designed to protect them and prevent absorption of odors from other foods, so it's best to keep them in it. Checking the date on the carton is also important. While eggs can sometimes be safe to eat a little after the best buy date if stored correctly. For seniors, it's generally wiser to be more cautious and stick to the dates. Why take the unnecessary risk when your immune system is less resilient? Furthermore, cross-contamination is a silent culprit. This happens when bacteria from the raw eggshell or the inside of a cracked egg spreads to other foods, surfaces, or utensils, for example. Cracking eggs and then immediately handling ready-to-eat food, like salad, without washing your hands. Or using the same cutting board for eggs and then vegetables without cleaning it thoroughly. The bacteria can then transfer and multiply, leading to foodborne illness even if the egg itself is cooked properly later. This might seem like basic kitchen hygiene, but when you're in a routine, perhaps feeling a bit rushed or just used to doing things a certain way, these small details can be overlooked. And for an older adult, the consequences of a foodborne illness can be much more severe and take a longer time to recover from compared to a younger person. Symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and fever can lead to dangerous dehydration and weakness, potentially requiring hospitalization. The simple habit to cultivate is mindful handling. Always wash your hands thoroughly with soap and warm water after handling raw eggs or their shells. Clean any surfaces, utensils, or dishes that came into contact with raw eggs immediately using hot, soapy water or a dishwasher. Ensure eggs are stored correctly in the fridge and pay attention to dates. If an egg is cracked, discard it. Don't try to be frugal with something that could make you seriously ill. Buying pasteurized eggs, if available and accessible, can also add an extra layer of safety, as they have been heated to kill potential bacteria before they even get to your kitchen. It's about building simple, safe kitchen habits that become second nature, protecting you from unseen dangers. It's a bit like looking both ways before crossing the street, a simple step that drastically reduces risk. Taking a moment to practice safe handling ensures that the healthy nutrition you get from eggs isn't overshadowed by the potential for illness. It's another piece of the puzzle in making eggs a consistently beneficial part of your daily diet as you age. And finally, let's consider the fifth area where we might be making a mistake with eggs daily. One that involves not just how we prepare them, but perhaps how we overdo it in a specific way, altering the very structure and goodness of the egg itself. Let's delve into the fifth potentially dangerous way seniors might be eating eggs daily without realizing the downside: consistently overcooking them or cooking them at excessively high temperatures for prolonged periods. Now, I know we just talked about the importance of cooking eggs thoroughly to kill bacteria, and that is absolutely crucial. This point isn't about undercooking. It's about going too far with the heat. Day in and day out, particularly with methods like frying until the whites are rubbery and browned or boiling until the yolk turns gray-green. When you expose eggs to very high heat for a long time, especially the yolk, you can cause some of the valuable nutrients to break down. For instance, Some of the B vitamins, which are sensitive to heat, can be reduced, while an occasional well-done egg is fine. Making it a daily habit means you might be getting slightly less nutritional punch from your primary source of these nutrients compared to eggs cooked more gently. More significantly, overcooking the yolk at high temperatures can lead to a reaction between the sulfur in the egg white and the iron in the yolk, creating ferrous sulfide. This is what causes that greenish-gray ring around the yolk of a hard-boiled egg that's been cooked too long or at too high a temperature. While ferrous sulfide isn't considered toxic in the small amounts found in eggs, some research suggests that very high heat cooking of protein and fat together can produce potentially harmful compounds like advanced glycation end products AGEs. Our bodies naturally produce AGEs, but they are also formed in foods cooked at high temperatures, especially through frying, grilling, or roasting. As we age, our ability to clear these compounds decreases, and a buildup of AGEs in the body is linked to increased inflammation and oxidative stress, which are major contributors to age-related diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and kidney disease. Consistently eating eggs cooked to the point of being very dry, rubbery, or browned due to high heat, prolonged cooking could be contributing to your body's overall age burden over time. Think about those dry, crispy scrambled eggs that have been sitting on a buffet warmer for too long, or fried eggs with completely brittle, browned edges and a chalky yolk. While they might be convenient or satisfy a certain texture preference, they are a less nutritious and potentially more harmful choice when consumed daily compared to eggs cooked gently. The simple fix here is to aim for eggs that are just cooked through. For boiled eggs, simmering gently for 7–10 minutes after the water boils is usually sufficient to cook the yolk firm without getting that gray ring or excessive dryness. For scrambled eggs, cook over medium-low heat, stirring frequently until they are just set and still moist. For fried eggs, use medium heat and cook just until the white is firm and the yolk is cooked to your desired level of firmness, but avoid letting the edges get brown and crispy daily. It's about respecting the nutritional integrity of the egg and avoiding the creation of potentially harmful compounds that come from pushing the heat too high or for too long. This small adjustment in your daily cooking method ensures you're getting the maximum health benefits from your eggs while minimizing the potential for harm associated with high-heat cooking products. So, we've explored 5 distinct ways that something as seemingly innocent as eating eggs daily can potentially impact your health as a senior if not done mindfully, frying them daily in unhealthy oils, eating them raw or undercooked, regularly pairing them with processed meats and refined carbs, neglecting proper storage and handling leading to potential contamination, and consistently overcooking them at high temperatures. It might feel like a lot to remember, but really, it boils down to a few simple principles. Choose gentler cooking methods most days. Always cook your eggs thoroughly. Pair them with vegetables and whole grains instead of processed meats and white bread. Handle them safely in the kitchen, and avoid burning or severely overcooking them regularly. Remember, eggs are still a powerhouse of nutrition, packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins like B12 and D, and minerals like selenium and choline, which are vital for brain health and overall function as we age. This isn't about giving up eggs. It's about becoming a more informed and savvy consumer and cook, making simple tweaks to ensure you're getting all the goodness without the hidden downsides. Making these small changes in how you select, store, prepare, and pair your daily eggs can truly make a big difference in supporting your health and happiness as you get older. You're not just avoiding potential harm. You're actively choosing methods that preserve nutrients, reduce inflammation, support healthy digestion, and protect you from foodborne illness. It's about empowerment, taking control of these small daily habits to build a stronger, healthier future for yourself. Don't feel overwhelmed. Pick one thing to focus on this week. Perhaps trying a boiled egg instead of a fried one, or making sure you always wash your hands after cracking shells. Small steps lead to lasting change. We're all on this journey of aging and learning together. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these points was new to you? Or which one do you think you'll focus on changing first? Sharing your thoughts in the comments below not only helps me but also encourages others in our community. Your experiences are valuable. If you found this information helpful and want to keep learning simple ways to live your best life at any age, Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos with more practical tips and advice tailored just for you. Let's continue to learn, grow, and support each other in living vibrant, healthy lives. Remember, every small, conscious choice you make today contributes to a happier, healthier you tomorrow. Live your best life at every age.